voice decided to fade at the end of the day. I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, because one of the biggest motivators, I have to say, is the ACS team. And I just, so good evening, everyone. My name is Susanne Fischer, and I'm proud to say I am a 9-year breast cancer survivor. She'll be 10, so that'll be a really big one for me. Just a little bit about me. I found my first tumor myself. It was a little pea-sized lump above my breast. I didn't even know what it was. And then I went to my OBGYN a short time after that, and she found a second lump. Both turned out to be malignant. I had a single mastectomy and 8 treatments of chemotherapy, lost my hair, the whole 9 yards. But through it all, I'm just happy to say that I'm still here. I still readily admit that my glass is half full, because there's not a day that goes by that I'm not reminded that I'm a breast cancer survivor by the implant in my chest and the scars on my body. But my silver lining was all of my friends and family who rallied around me and took care of me. I was with a friend today who had barely just met me and organized food for my family from the moment I set foot in the hospital, and took care of my family for weeks on end. And I was visiting her today because she had a torn rotator cuff. So every year I start out and I think to myself, how am I going to raise what I've raised in the past, or how am I going to do better? And I'm proud to say, in the 9 years that I've been doing this, every single year, my team, Suzanne's Friends, has raised at least $25,000. We actually raised 50. I'm not quite sure how we did that, but we did. And so we raised 50,000 that 1 year. So people ask me, how do I do it? I start out in August. I send out a save the date, and I just tell people, put it on your calendar. At this point, people anticipate it. I start getting questions during the summer, when is it, when is it, when is the date? And then once September rolls around, after Labor Day, everyone's back at school, the kids are all back to work, I send out my more impassioned plea. Why am I doing this? How many years am I a survivor? What do I hope to do? And with that, I send a direct link to my page, my Suzanne's Friends page. Suzanne's Friends is the team that I started 9 years ago. We are completely a community-based team, which means I have no corporate sponsorship, no corporate support. My donations every year range from, I have $50 donations, I have $100 donations, $1,000, $500. This year I'm proud to say I have a friend who donated $5,000. And every year I have a friend who donates $10,000. So that's kind of my secret, as I always say, especially obviously in this audience, everyone's touched by breast cancer. All my friends, family, I mean, as I've come through the years, there is not one person that I meet that doesn't have a relative, a friend, someone who's touched by breast cancer. So this walk has come to mean so much to my team. It's become a huge mother-daughter event. I find that many of my friends come every year with their children who are now, my kids are now teenagers. So these girls have learned what it's like to grow up in a world where there's breast cancer and where they still can lose loved ones. So they are becoming impassioned about it and fighting it. What I also do in terms of, raising excitement and generating, get interest in my walk is every time I hit a milestone, if we've raised 10,000, 15, 20, I send out an email to my, whole team. And immediately following that, I always get like a flutter of, I forgot to sign up, how do I do it? Can you send me the link again? So there's always like that uptick again. And this year, I finally, I'm embracing technology slowly but surely. My son set up a Facebook page for me. So you can like Suzanne's Friends on Facebook now. But I think one of the key things for me is I always focus on the fact that it is Suzanne's Friends, that it's a team. It's not just about me. And if you look at the stand-ins, which I printed out today, I mean, yes, I personally am a Pacesetter, but it's really about my team. I mean, my team right now, we raised $20,819 to date. We're right behind Evelyn's team, which is 23, sorry, I can't see anymore, 882. We're right there, we're right nipping at her heels. And my challenge is to Steve Madden, a corporate team. They're at $12,000. Where are they? They need to step it up a little bit. But again, every year I think to myself, again, how am I going to do this? And it's just this self-fulfilling, self-perpetuating dream that I have, and my friends really rally around. So I look forward to seeing all of you. Congratulations to all of you as Pacesetters. I know how hard it is to get there, so you've all done a great job.